What's up everybody, and welcome back to another week of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. This week it was actually kind of slow. There weren't a ton of mods coming out, but there were still some good ones. It's just the list won't be as long as other weeks. I'm sure next week things will pick up. I think a lot of people are distracted by E3, and just really the start of summer throws a lot of people off always. With that being said, I actually created a t-shirt. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. If you want to check it out, there's going to be an eye in the top right corner right now and a link in the description. I've never done this kind of thing before, so I'm just trying to gauge interest and see how many people would like one of these things. It's kind of a Deathclaw Jurassic Park shirt, so buy it if you want to, don't buy it if you don't want to. But with that, let's just get right into the list. So first up, we actually have not one mod, but 5. So Leo2 Link has been posting a ton of World War II weapons on Nexus, and I basically just wanted to show you all of them because I didn't want to show you them individually. I did make a video about 2 of them earlier this week, but basically the mods he did upload all in the course of 3 days are the Walther P38, the Luger P08, the M1 Garand, the World War II Colt 1911, the Nambu pistol, and well, that's it. But yeah, so none of these are super crazy good, but they are all unique. Obviously, we don't really have that many mods like this just yet. We only have a few World War II weapons, and all around weapon mods as a whole, I feel like have been a little lackluster. So I did decide to group these all together because, again, there's not tons of modifications or attachments or anything like that to these guns. Most of them you can only add a silencer and kind of change the receiver type. But other than that, it is still a pretty cool mod. Half of them do have custom sound effects, the other have reused ones from the game, but the models all look really good. I imagine this is going to be a work in progress that's going to get some better sound effects in the future, but for the time being, it is still a really good mod, and I definitely recommend you guys check it out. So next up, we do have Whirly. So this is actually a really cool companion mod. It basically adds in a vertibird as a companion. So it's meant to be kind of an RC plane style thing, but it's just really cool. So basically what it'll do is, as a companion, you have a number of different options. You could set it to follow you, roam around the area to scout things out, or just to defend you when you get attacked. So normally I put it on defend in this video, so then once I started getting attacked by people, Whirly would target them and then lower itself and start shooting its 2 front-facing cannons, which do a lot of damage. This thing's actually really powerful. You do find Whirly in the basement in Sanctuary. It's the only basement in Sanctuary behind one of the homes, and then once you pick him up, you can get right into controlling him and have him follow you around and attack your enemies. It's a really cool companion mod and definitely adds a nice twist to companion mods in general. So number 3, we do have uniques. Now I'm going to make this one brief because I don't actually have in-game footage for this because, well, it'd be really hard to do that. But basically what uniques does is all the unique weapons that you get in the game, like Kellogg's pistol and stuff like that, it'll change some of the modifications for them and just make the textures look more unique. It's not just a legendary weapon anymore, it actually changes things. Obviously, due to the nature of getting these kind of guns, I can't show you really too much in-game footage because you can't spawn in unique weapons. You could only go get them that way. So here's just some of the coolest ones, or at least what I thought were the coolest ones. Again, it's a really cool mod, but it's one of those mods that you want to install and then forget about until you get a unique weapon. Like, it doesn't work retroactively. You have to go get new unique weapons, so it's really recommended for a new save game rather than active ones right now. Nonetheless, still a really cool mod, and I really like the attention to detail this one provides. So number 4, or 4th on the list, we do have the visual reload mod, and this does, again, kind of what you would think it does. It adds in a visual reload, so when you reload your gun, your magazine will fall on the ground and you'll see it. I really liked this with the revolver style pistols because you could see all the different bullets fly out of you, and that was my favorite aspect of this. But again, this is a really straightforward and simple mod. It's just something that kind of adds to the game. It's one of those mods that I really think should have been included in the vanilla game, and this is just enhancing the gameplay, but not majorly. It's just a nice little added bonus. So Super Mutant Workshop. This is a pretty cool mod that adds in a ton of new workshop capabilities for Super Mutants. So it does have different shops and some blood bags you could spawn in as normal workshop items, but that's not really why I thought this mod was cool. But what it also lets you do is spawn in Super Mutants as settlers, which is really freaking cool if you ask me. So as you can see, you can spawn in all different settlers and give them, well, Super Mutant settlers, and give them the normal tasks that settlers get. They will defend your settlement and do everything like normal. I just thought it was a really cool mod, and it's pretty well polished. It adds in basically all of the different Super Mutant items you'd find in like their settlements around the map, and it lets you add it to yours, and then obviously you get them as settlers yourself. And it was pretty entertaining seeing super mutants defend my settlement against the Brotherhood of Steel. I got a pretty big kick out of that. And on top of the super mutant settler manager, it also adds in a ghoul settler manager, so you can create ghoul settlements as well, although you don't have all those items because the ghouls don't really have items or their own settlements to begin with. So you can just have ghouls as settlers, which is pretty cool. Pretty happy about that. So finally, we do have Blood Rose. So Blood Rose is, put simply, in my opinion, the best companion mod we have to date. It's a fully voiced companion and has all the functionality of normal companions. The only thing that is missing is the quest. I wish she had a quest. If it had that, it would literally be the most perfect companion mod, etc, etc. But at the time being, I still think it's the best. Obviously, it's very different than Whirly, because Whirly, it's a little bit more unique, where Blood Rose is just a normal companion. But what makes it stand out from the others is it actually, again, is fully voiced, which is really nice. You don't see that a lot. Getting a voice actor record all kinds of miscellaneous lines and then essential ones to the companion does add a really nice touch, and when I was playing with her, it made her feel a lot more personable. The only thing I would change, she's really quiet. Now, I'm not really sure why that was happening, but like, I had to like struggle or listen really hard to hear her. I'm going to turn her up when I do show her voice lines in the video, but yeah, I don't know, it was really hard to hear her. She also does have a really nice model. There's a bunch of mods you could install that were used to make her that would make her a little bit more enhanced. I do use all those mods in the video, but you can just use her in the vanilla game, but it won't look as nice, like eyebrow, lip, smile mods, etc. And then finally, she does give you a perk if you reach a certain affinity. So a lot of the companion mods don't have affinity system like the normal vanilla companions, but Blood Rose does. So I'm not going to tell you what the perk is because, well, you should find out on your own, but nonetheless, I definitely recommend you check out Blood Rose if you're into companion mods. You can use Blood Rose and Whirly together, which I would definitely recommend doing. So that is it for another week of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. I hope you guys are all having a really good Father's Day. I hope you're pumped for Game of Thrones later. And again, if you're interested, make sure to check out that t-shirt I made. I know it's a little bit expensive, but I made it the most premium material available. So hopefully we do get some responses on that. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all next week. Later.